a crackdown and dissent in the Wisconsin Capitol.
There's a crackdown and dissent everywhere.
I mean, they're literally handcuffing and arresting people for holding a sign or T-shirt inside of the Capitol. They started going to people's homes to issue the citations and their places of work. And then that didn't look so good either, so they just started mailing the citations. So what do you think about that? Do you think people should be able to go into the State House and exercise their free speech rights?
Well, of course. It's a foregone conclusion. It's a ridiculous question to even have to be asked. I mean, yes.
No, the police chief says he wants a sense of normalcy in the Capitol.
Well, the police chief needs to learn a few things about the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. I don't know how these tickets, these citations, have been playing out in court. Have
he
they been
said
sticking
they've all been thrown out, but he says there's a time and a place for free speech. What do you think about that?
Well, I think the Supreme Court has generally said you can't yell fire in a theater, and I think that's the line right there. Being in a public building, using public speech, doing whatever. Of course. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I believe that the people have the right to petition their government for a redress of grievances through whatever means are necessary, as long as they're nonviolent and peaceful. It remains a peaceful assembly and protected speech. I mean, holding a sign, shouting, yelling, enthusiastic free speech is certainly acceptable. I think your police chief really needs a little bit of a schooling. I would be glad to go out there and have a little talk with him if I could.
That would be great. Okay. We have a central rotunda in the middle. Have you been in the Capitol, the Wisconsin
Capitol?
Capitol?
I've seen many live stream photographs.
Okay, so when you go in the middle...
I was living there vicariously during the big events.
Yeah, so at noon every day for the past 18 months, people have come in to sing for an hour. This is what they don't want. They don't want people to come in and sing.
Oh, maybe they just need to do it during lunch hour.
They do.
What's the problem?
They don't want them in there because they say it's disruptive.
All I can say about that is that the federal government apparently feels the very same way. H.R. 347 recently went through the Restricted Buildings and Grounds Improvement Act, which makes it a felony for disrupting the smooth running of government business. I think they're overreaching. I think it's ridiculous. If they want to come up with specific things to prohibit it, that's upon them. But if they're getting thrown out consistently, if the courts are saying that the people are well within their rights, then the police, then it's capricious and it's ridiculous. It's mean-spirited and it's unnecessary. And I certainly hope that there's some sort of group action in terms against the police on this issue. I hope that the people are allowed to speak and sing freely. It's an ongoing battle. I mean, yeah, okay, I think we can be sympathetic to people who might want to conduct their business, but they need to understand that the First Amendment is the law of the land, that it's absolute, that it's the First Amendment for a reason, that the opportunity for us to sing and dance and hold signs, it's sacrosanct. Just because, get some earplugs, go about your work some other way, close the door. I've always maintained the First Amendment, it may be slightly inconvenient, but that is inconvenient. If people sit down in the street to make their political statement, I would say it's no different than an accident or a construction. You detort people around it. I think it's important for the government to make themselves available. I mean, the people are coming into singing to their government, and the government's telling them, don't sing to us. Obviously, in the vernacular, I believe that's utter bullshit. And so I hope they get some sense and that things change.
Well, I think we should set up a meeting between you and the Capitol Police Chief. I think that would be really excellent.
I'd be happy to do that.